Look at your electric bill. Seriously, think about that number you pay every single month. We accept it as normal. We pay for every kilowatt, every hour, every spark. But Nikola Tesla believed it didn't have to be this way. In 1901, one check was signed on Wall Street, $150,000. In today's money, that's nearly $5 million. That money was supposed to build a machine to power the world. Instead, it became the most expensive mistake in scientific history. A mistake that destroyed the greatest genius of the 20th century and ensured that we are still paying that bill today. To understand the tragedy, we have to go back to New York, 1900. Nikola Tesla wasn't just a scientist, he was a celebrity. He was the Elon Musk of his day, but with better fashion sense. He had already won the War of Currents against Thomas Edison. He had lit up the Chicago World's Fair. He dined at the Waldorf Astoria and wore pearl gray gloves that he threw away after wearing once. Tesla was at the top of the world, but he had a secret ambition. He didn't just want to light up bulbs, he wanted to connect the planet. He went to J.P. Morgan, the most powerful banker on earth, with a pitch. Give me $150,000 and I will build a radio tower that can send stock prices and news across the Atlantic instantly. Morgan loved the idea. Information was power. If he could get stock prices faster than his rivals, he would rule the market. So he signed the check. Tesla began building Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island. It was a massive, alien structure, 187 feet tall. But as construction went on, Tesla started changing the design. He made it bigger, more complex. What Morgan didn't know was that Tesla was misleading him. He wasn't just building a radio, he was building a global power plant. Tesla believed the Earth itself was a giant conductor. Theoretically, if he could pump electricity into the ground at the right resonance, anyone could access it without wires. Whether the physics would actually allow this is still debated today, but Tesla was convinced. No wires, no grid, unlimited energy for everyone. It was a beautiful utopian dream. But utopias are expensive. The $150,000 ran out, and Tesla had to go back to the shark to ask for more. The meeting between Tesla and Morgan is legendary. Tesla finally confessed that the tower was designed for wireless power, not just radio. He expected Morgan to be amazed by the scale of the vision, but the banker went cold. Historians believe Morgan immediately saw the fatal flaw in the business plan. The problem wasn't science, it was profit. If energy comes from the ground and is accessible to everyone, where do you put the meter? How do you charge people for it? To make matters worse, while Tesla was dreaming, another inventor, Guglielmo Marconi, successfully sent a radio signal across the ocean, cheaply. For Morgan, the choice was simple. Tesla was no longer a genius asset, he was a financial liability. Morgan cut the funding and warned other investors to stay away. In 1917, the tower was demolished for scrap metal to pay Tesla's debts. He watched his dream turn into a pile of rusty steel. Broken and bankrupt, the man who invented the 20th century spent his final decades moving from hotel to hotel, leaving unpaid bills behind. His brilliance turned into madness. He developed severe obsessive-compulsive disorder, and in his profound loneliness, he found a strange comfort. He began to talk to pigeons. He told a reporter that he loved a specific white pigeon as a man loves a woman. When that bird died, Tesla said a light went out of his eyes. Tesla died alone in room 3327. But look around you. Wireless charging, Wi-Fi, the internet. It is all built on his principles. He was right about the future. He was just wrong about the business. So next time you pay your electric bill, remember, we are living in the world J.P. Morgan paid for. Was Morgan a villain or just a smart businessman? And what happened to Tesla's death ray papers after he died?